Now to embattled aircraft maker Boeing, giving our cameras a behind-the-scenes look at its operations as it defends its safety procedures. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is here with the story. And Gio, this has turned into being a real mess for Boeing.
Yeah, absolutely, George. We just learned moments ago that the NTSB has sanctioned Boeing over this very tour that you're about to see, saying Boeing gave us non-public investigative information. The NTSB even saying it will bring new details to the Justice Department, which right now, as you know, is weighing whether to criminally prosecute Boeing over those deadly MAX crashes in 2018 and 2019. This after a tough 6 months for Boeing. With this tour, the company was trying to earn back trust. Take a look. For the first time since that MAX 9 door plug blowout in January, Boeing is taking reporters behind the scenes in a highly choreographed and controlled tour of its Renton, Washington factory. This is where that Alaska Airlines plane was built, and it left here without those critical bolts on the door plug. Boeing says the plane's fuselage arrived at this factory from Spirit Aerosystems with defects, so Boeing employees had to remove the door plug. But at the end of the production line, the plane had to be moved outside. A move crew put the door plug in without the bolts.
Their job is to just close it, and they count on existing paperwork very transparently. The fact that one employee could not fill out one piece of paperwork in this condition and could result in an accident was shocking to all of us.
And now this morning, a new whistleblower, this time from Spirit Aerosystems, which builds the fuselage for Boeing. The mechanic alleging he witnessed issues that could compromise power and air pressure on planes. He claims he raised the issues with Spirit and Boeing, but was fired. He joins a dozen other whistleblowers who have gone to Congress. Boeing insists it's listening to employees, including at work stand-downs. Were the whistleblowers who came before Congress a part of that?
Whistleblowers who've come before Congress were absolutely invited to participate in that.
And here inside the 737 factory, each plane goes through 10 different stations with entirely different teams. Boeing says that safety procedures have changed at each of those stations, including a new mandatory employee stand-down for an hour per week to discuss issues. Meanwhile, on that new whistleblower at Spirit Aerosystems, Boeing says it took his concerns very seriously and investigated them, but found no safety concern. Spirit says it's looking into the matter. And we've got to say again, this was a tightly controlled tour. It is an active factory, of course, but this wasn't your typical interview situation, George.
It sure was not. And Gio, Boeing also in space with the Starliner, which can't come home yet.
Yeah, it has not come home. They are still trying to work on helium leaks and issues with the thrusters. Now, obviously, they don't want to put these astronauts in danger. It may seem like the astronauts are stranded, but NASA insists that they are not, that this is all part of the testing for Starliner. But without a doubt, there's an issue here. And if the Boeing Starliner can't bring them home, they very well may have to rely on SpaceX to do that for them, guys.
Gio Benitez, thanks very much, Rebecca.
They have a lot of work to do there. Okay, Gio, thank you.